Hi everybody, it's Robin with Uniquely Robins. Sorry about if you hear the noise in the background. I have my printer running. I'm trying to print out some pages for this. This isn't going to be a very long video today. I have a bunch of errands I have to do today. I've been putting them off. Just don't have the time to do them sometimes. But we are going to work on this a little bit, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dock the corner around the corners of these pages. And anybody who has been following along with me and doing this, I know it seems daunting and it seems like very complicated and a lot, but it really isn't once you get going at it, because I mean you could put these in here any way that you prefer to do, and you know, make it your own. And I need to do, I already did those, okay. I already did those, but I need to do this one. I like the rounded corners. A lot of times the square corners will get bent or something like that, and I don't like that, so I always try to round the corners when I can. Okay, now you're probably thinking, but Robin, when you go to close this, it's all going to be all buckled up, so how does that work? Well, because we're going to make these into pockets. That's why I made them that way. So what we're going to do, because we don't want it to be any longer than this fold right here. So these pockets will all be different sizes. So we just want to come in. You can use your scoreboard to do this if you want. Just kind of make sure that it's even on the ends. Whoops, knocked my glue over. And fold it down and score that line. So this one's going to be a very short pocket, and actually I think we're going to have to cut this off just a tiny bit. It's a little too long. Let's see if I can do it on here. Hopefully, yeah, we can. I'm going to cut it down, actually a little more than a little bit, so we have a little room. Around those corners again before I forget. I know it seems like a lot, but once you do it once or twice, I mean it'll come, you know, second nature to you. So we're just going to have a little pocket, and I actually think I might do this one from the top and slide like a bookmark page in there. I think would be nice. Okay. And again, I want it to cascade, so I'm leaving a little room. I'm not folding it clear down, because I do want that little cascade space there. And then the next one, I'm trying to leave, you know, about the same amount of space between them. So our pockets are going to get a little smaller and smaller and smaller until we don't have a pocket. And you could just cut these pages off if you want and just have, you know, shorter and shorter and shorter pages too. That's up to you, however you want to do it. I'm thinking this one is just going to be like a little tuck spot by the time we get it done. Yeah, it's going to be just a little tiny tuck spot, or we could just cover it with paper and not even have a pocket at all on that one, since it's so short. And then this one will go right up to it, so we won't just have a regular page there. I think that's what we're going to do, is just glue this one down. Oh, I didn't put my lid back on my glue yesterday. That's not good. I think I'm just going to glue this one down. A little too small. A little too small. And we're going to round that corner. Gets a little harder when they're doubled up. For me, anyway. I think I moved. Okay. I do want all these to be that way, so. And we have a rounded corner on the top, but I still want my rounded corner back here. I think it's getting full. Let me empty that out. Come on out of there, guys. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Let me get this. I think my... There we go. Little rounder has been used and abused. Okay. Oh, yep, and that one, and that one. Wants to stick sometimes. Okay. So now we have those pages. So now you can see when we fold it up that it does work. I'm wondering, do I need to do that a little more? Maybe not. Okay. Now we're going to move over here and I have these scraps here and we're going to use those up. Now these we are going to fold again to make, my mind wants to say a gusset, but that's not what I'm thinking. Just down for room, to give us room in there. But I don't want to do that until after, because I need to know how much room we need. And I'm going to measure these. We're going to cut them down about right there. Put those aside. And this is going to be our waterfall for in here. So we want to get our, I need a bigger desk. Usually these I do on my dining room table because sometimes they do take a lot of room. We're going to put our 1/4 inch in there. I don't know if we're going to need that one. Set it aside in case we do, because I kind of ripped it a little bit. I haven't checked to see how many of these we're going to need, but these were scrap pages, so I figure we'll get them ready, and if we need them, we need them. If we don't, we don't. We'll use them for something else. Same way we did before. We're gonna burnish those down. Seemed like it went a little crooked. Okay. Dock our ears. It's kind of the same process over and over, just different sizes. Different sizes, different directions. I know you're probably thinking, when were you ever going to get the pretty paper on there? We will, we will. Okay, so now we want to see how we want to place these. So I want that one about right there. So we may not need as many as I thought. I'm just going to put a small line so I know where I want to line that up at. And we're going to glue this one down. Line it up on my little mark there. Kind of make sure it's even between the two. We're going around these corners too, so. Okay, this side I didn't get straight in there. There we go. So let's do the, before we put them on, it'll be a little easier. For me anyway. I know you're all thinking it's just black, it's just black. Because we all like pretty stuff, but trust me, by the time we're done with it, it will be pretty. All right, so then we want to line up our next one. We want it to cascade to like the other pages. Let's see, about right there. Trying to get about the same distance between them. I just made my line to line it up. I have a hard time with this blue one to go on the other side. No control. Try to make sure that it's straight, even on the sides. Down through here, I want it to be even, and to try to get the same distance as close as you can to the other one. Okay. So we're gonna line it up, try to get the same distance. I think we are gonna need them all. Okay. And glue him down. Getting things straight is always my problem. And like I said, you know, if you're real particular, you can measure it all out and everything like that, but I'm just not gonna be that picky about it. I can be, and if I do, then I never get anything done because I just keep second guessing myself. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. It's only paper. I forgot to round the corners on that. You let me forget to round those corners. All right, we can do it now. I'll get it in there. All right, and then our last one will go right there. Actually, might have had room to do one more, but I'm not gonna, because I didn't want to waste a whole piece of paper just for that one scrap. Okay. Still want to be the same. And then we'll be covering the front and the back of these with pretty paper. And then you have your little waterfall. So now we know we want a little bit of room. Now we don't have to score this because we're going to put a closure on here. And that'll be down too. But I'm going to score it. I'm just trying to see about how much I want to score it. This one's a little crooked. I'm trying to straighten it out. Tell it to straighten up and fly right. There we go. All right. Now, do I want to score it? I don't think I do want to score it because it's not that bad. And we have a little extra space, so if it wants to pop open a little bit when we tie it down, that's fine. And we're going to tie it down. So, okay. Now let's get just a little bit of pretty for you anyway. I've picked out a couple, I printed out a couple. I know I want to use these on the inside. I like those for the inside. I printed out these. I think will look really pretty on this front. I may need one more. I think I am going to need one more. But let's trim it down and we'll at least get the front on there so you can see that it is going to be pretty. You know, I watch videos sometimes and it's kind of like, when are they ever going to get to the pretty part? Trimming the white off is all I'm doing right now. Trimming that white border off. And then we'll see where to go from there. I know I want this on the front because I think that is beautiful. Love, love those butterflies. Now, where's my first crease? There. So I want to mark this where I want to cut it. About right there. That will go right on there. Oh, I apologize, but I do have to do the inking as I go. Now you could put, instead of the magnets, you could use a ribbon closure, a sari closure, anything like that that you want. And if that's what you're going to do, you want to glue that down along your book before you put your pretty paper on, your kit paper on, because you want it to be under it. It'll help hold it down. I had thought about maybe putting that on too, just for looks. I haven't decided for sure. I don't think I do have some purple. Yeah, let's do that. For two reasons, that way I can show you, and for two, I think it'll just add a little extra prettiness to it when it's done. Because it's lacy, you know, I love lace. So you just want to roll it out, give yourself some extra. And I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I just need enough to make a bow. All right. So yeah, you want to glue this down before you put your paper down. So we're going to glue it right between those, I think. Would be good. Yeah. Yep. Let me start a little at a time. I'm not going to put an outrageous amount of glue because our paper is going to hold it too. Yeah, come on. Where's my little paddle thing? That lace right there got a fold in it, so it wants to be stubborn. I said a little bit at a time, then I go put a whole glob on there. But it's wanting to be stubborn there where the lace was a little folded. And I'm not worrying about getting glue on other spots because we're going to glue all that eventually anyway. Alright, so let's put our glue on our paper. Line it up where we want it. And if you are using the magnets, which I'm hoping still work because this paper is kind of thick that I used, it's that neem with the vellum in it. I like the feel of it. You just want to make sure you get it really good down in the front here. And actually I'm gonna pop some extra glue up in there. If I don't want it coming up right there, I know somewhere you can get flatter magnets that don't stick up quite as high as these do, and I just don't have any right now because I would have used those if I had, but I don't. So we're gonna make do right now. And I may Mod Podge the front of this book. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But you know it's not gonna lay perfectly flat right there, but that's okay because the cover is gonna be over that. We just want to make sure this side, you want to make sure your magnets are in far enough that this side will glue down. That's so pretty. So pretty. All right, now we'll go to the back page, which is here. You think it'd be over there, but not the way we made it. Mark that and cut him. I like that, looks like a coral in the back or a driftwood. I like it. Well, it seems to be warming up a little bit and melting the snow a bit, which is good. I haven't been able to get out for a couple weeks. I need to get to the post office and get some stuff mailed out. one car, the main car we have, my husband takes to work, and he doesn't get home till close to 4, and then I gotta get his dinner and stuff so he can relax before he has to go to bed, because he gets up at 3 in the morning. And when it's really snowy or salty out, I don't usually take my car because I have a 90s Mazda Miata, and I don't like to take her out in the bad weather. She's an old girl, but she's a good girl. I love that car. My husband's Corvette too, we don't like to take it out in the, whoops, snow. And of course the old beater truck didn't want to work this year, so, because he usually drives it to work and leaves me the black car, but since it was, I feel sorry for him. He has worked so hard replacing all different kind of stuff on that thing, and it still don't want to run right. Okay. Now this is the piece that I saved from there, and I think I want that on my spine, or do I? Because if I do, I'm going to have to cut it, and I don't really want to do that. I'd have to cut that butterfly, and I don't want to do that. Let's find another page. Where are we at time-wise? Okay. Let's see. All right, guys. Come here. We will use the pretty butterfly inside somewhere. Now, those I know I want for the inside. I have thought about that one, but I like the other one better. Not that. That's the same one. Those might work. Oh, them might work. I don't like to cut through the middle of things if I don't have to. And I don't have to, because I can print more of these out if I need to. But I'm thinking that this little piece here, yeah, that would look good there. And over there. All right. We'll do that. Let me get my white pieces off. So I know where I want to cut. I don't ever like to I want to say measure, but I don't really measure, but I don't like to see where I want to cut things with the white on there, because it'll throw you off sometimes. So I like to get rid of that first. Then I can hold it up there. Find my, okay. Find my fold. All right, that should do it. I seem to cringe every time I have to cut the pretty paper. I don't like it. And rather than here a bit more, rather than cut a whole nother piece for that, I just cut this strip, and I will put I will decorate it too with something. This is the back. This is going to be the front side, and that'll be the outside. that one could actually have been a little bigger, so I guess we will use that there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, and those of you that were asking, my uncle is hanging in there. His kidneys aren't working so good. They wanted to put a vent and do surgery the other night, and then they, at the last minute, canceled it. They said he wasn't stable enough for putting a trach in right now. They're trying a different kind of dialysis, so he's a tough guy. He's hanging in there. I really like the purple in these. Alright, so we needed a wider piece for here, so I'm not going to use that. I actually do have another piece, but this is going to be on our front. So I think what I'm going to do is, where is my pieces with the butterfly on it? What I'm going to do is we're going to close it up like it would be closed up. I know I have to bring this back out. I know that. See, and that's going to cover up our butterfly when it's closed. So I think we're going to put him back on there. Yeah. Okay, where'd my pin go? All right, yep, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. All right. And I do need to bring this. It'll come back over this way, is what it will do. I will glue it back that way so it is in the right spot. Cut off his little wing, but I didn't have choice. So sorry, Mr. Butterfly, but you will be so beautiful on there. Okay. I don't know why I tell you guys this will be a quick video, because I don't know how to do a quick video, evidently. But I keep going on a project and it's really hard to stop. Oh, I didn't ink those. Did you see me not ink those? I bet you were yelling at me too and I wasn't listening. That's right, I can go back and do it. Well, let's say on the black it won't matter so much. Come out there. There, little guy. But yeah, I could go back around like this. I mean, that's not a big deal, especially on the black. Now, if it was white under there, it'd be a little more precarious and I'd have to be way more careful. But since it isn't, it's black, it won't show up as much. Always forgetting to ink something. I will do you too. Don't worry. did find me the other day another pad for here. Still need to order some, but I use them till they fall apart. All right, so at least we have the outside done. So we do have some pretty now. I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate for sure about how far over that needs to go right now. I could fine tune it later. Try to get it straight. Okay. I'm going to take that out of there. This pair of scissors that's kind of heavy. Just lay down there until that dries. Of course, I could have used a Fabri-Tac. It wouldn't have took so long, but I think that napkin is done for. Okay. So at least you get to see a little bit of the pretties today. And then tomorrow we'll work on the inside and get her finished up. And then on Friday, hopefully by Friday, we should be able to do the beautifuls on the outside with all the lovely lace and flowers and all that happy stuff. But that's what we have so far. You guys have a great weekend, or a great rest of your week. It's only Wednesday. I'm trying to rush the week through, I guess. Have a great rest of your week. Try this. Really, I mean, I know it seems daunting and it seems like a lot that you have to do, but it's really fun to do, and you can make it your own. Yeah, really try it. Just once, even if you just do a little tiny one, you know, just try it once and see, because I think you'll like it. It's kind of addicting because you can customize it so many different ways. It's just a wonderful project to make your own. So even if you don't think you can do it and you think it's way too hard, just try it, because you'll find out that it's not as hard as you think it is once you get into it. And it's really fun once you get into it, you know, deciding, do I want to flap here, do I want to flap there, because you can do so much with this kind of a design that it's crazy. So yep, have a great weekend, guys. Show the ladies below some love. Show our Kimmy Kim, which is our YouTube promotion for this week. You know, go over and check out her channel. She's back after 1.5 years and she's doing great. You know, go show her some love and subscribe to her channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.